I'm launching my mission to bring love, light, and positivity in 10,000 humans globally. Proud to announce this start with Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi in 2 a.m. coffee with RV. And it was another good day for every Indian that, I was online in 9:30 p.m. instead of 2. But it happens. So great. So Dr. Ruby is founder of Ray Academy Swiss. Ray is full form is Reinvent the Awesome in You. Great. And she's an influencer, TEDx speaker, vice president, global Goodwill Global Ambassadors, sorry, GGA, and chairperson, All Ladies League Women Economic Forum, and keynote speaker and expert trainer. Great, wow. So this is the kind of introduction which we need, and we are very happy to have you here. And again, I'm just going to share this with everybody that, remove all your nagging self-doubts and let your spirit soar, focusing only on the positive and feeling grateful for what's going well in your life is way to live a life of abundance as well as bliss. Repeat to yourself over and over again that you are going to lead a wonderful life. Open yourself and fill your spirit with love, positivity, and light with experts, me, and obviously Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi from Switzerland. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi. Opening words.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ravindra ji, for inviting me on this platform. And thank you to you as well, Anju, for jumping in and giving us this amazing platform. It's nice, where there's a will, there's always a way. And you guys have really proven that. It looked impossible. It was not happening, but it is happening because we planned, okay, this, so there's always a way if you're passionate about something. And that's what exactly we are doing. There's always a light at the other side of the tunnel, which we just proved. And I guess that was the reason this happened, and you just said it happened for the first time, and there's always a first time. And like this, we're always prepared. What next? Yes. So I'm looking forward to talk to you.
Great. Thank you so much. And we all know that the topic which we are going to discuss today is more about love, light, and positivity. Mm-hmm. Love in relations, even if it is relation between husband, wife, friends, daughter, or son or father, anything it could be. And we are lacking behind in matter of love in relations here. And light, wherein people, those who are in dark, they couldn't, they are not able to see behind something, their views, they are, feeling in a dark. They can, we want to bring them out of that dark and bring them into the light as well. And third is positivity, which is very much necessary. If, there is a positivity in our life, we will definitely be able to raise the bar. We will be able to come out of negative thoughts. And it is more about, when we get into positive thought and mindset, we become so much innovative, and we do different things which, we don't even think about it, that we will be able to do that in our life or not. So let's take the full advantage of being Dr. Ruby here. And thank you so much. I want to like to mention again that you are my mentor as well in emotional intelligence. I have done your courses, and awesome courses were there. So just let us know, what do you think of, love, light, and positivity, Dr. Bakshi?
First of all, congratulations for the launch. I'm very proud, especially when a student who has done student not in the real sense, but student who has taken up my course, the tutorials which were offered by Global Goodwill Ambassadors, is doing so well. You have taken it on another level. It's not just by doing something for a certificate, but doing something for making it a reality. And I guess both Anju and Ravindra, you are examples of the light that you're carrying forward. Not for the sake of academics, not for the sake of, just the theory thing, but actually living examples. So hearty congratulations and awesome. I'm very proud of both of you.
We actually started the journey of learning. Yours was the first course that we enrolled into. And we really liked it, and actually, it's so blissful to be over here, Dr. Ruby, with you. It is like, unbelievable. It all started 2 years back, and we never ever did imagine that, all three of us together will be on this platform. I was so excited to hear that, RV is going to bring you. And I was like, wow, from where did this happen? And I was like, I'm going to attend, I'm not going to leave. And I ensured that you are still there no matter what glitches came across. So that's great.
Wonderful.
Okay, great. So let's hear it from Dr. Ruby that, what do you think about love, light, and positivity when these words are coming in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
What comes into your mind? What do you want to share with the audience? What do you want to tell them by just these three words?
I just say, like, just as the term says, love, light, and positivity. If you are passionate about something, if you are having that light of, yes, I can do it, nothing can stop you. You might have obstacles, you might have things which come in your way as roadblocks, but you overcome it because you're not seeing that as an obstacle. You are seeing at the light, which is on the other side of the tunnel, and you just want to reach there. And that's, I guess, we are living the example with what happened in terms of Facebook Live, and we are here talking. So this is like a prime example. We are just practicing, we're just doing what we are passionate about, because if you are passionate, nothing can stop you. And of course, you have to be positive about things, because there are some people who are very pessimistic. They always think negative. This won't happen, that won't happen, what will happen? They are always thinking about what will. They are not living in the present. So it's very important to live in the present. You have to be mindful of your actions. So only when you're mindful and you are thinking at the action at that point of time, nothing can stop you. You will definitely succeed because you are thinking about it and you're positive about it and you're seeing the positivity consistently. You're not thinking like a, flip-flop kind of a thing that it's coming and going. You're positive, and that's why you're able to do it.
Great. So this is what I think about, I will just pick it up one by one.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a, saying that, when you make a goal and you break it in small goals, then you are able to, achieve more than that, whatever it is. So I will just pick up first love. Let's talk about love and in the relations and all the places. So what I believe that it is the most potent source of all vibrations. It can change. Give me a second. Okay. So it can change any moment, the life, the style of life, or the way we think, the way we react to the things. It can change anything at a moment. But the right amount of love has to be there between relations, either it is husband, wife, friends, or any relation it can be. What do you think about it? How much love is required? And if it is required or not, do we, are we able to say that, this much quantity of love is enough to do these things, or, there has to be a different way of talking about it? What do you think about it? It's a very tricky question.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Love is infinite. You can't fix it in terms of like, if I have 50% love for my children or 30% love for my husband, you can't put it in quantity. You can't, put it in numbers. That's one thing, the more, the better. But of course, when we talk about love in a relationship, it is different because if you're expecting, then you are not in love. Because when love and expectations, you're thinking about two things at the same time, it will not happen. Love is something that you should not have any expectation. Because if in a relationship you're having an expectation, I want to have 10% love or 50% love, or you're putting the other person in, like in chains, you're not giving the freedom to the other person, then it will not survive. So it's very important to think about such situations in a way that just give the other person complete freedom. Whatever relationship we talk about, whether it's a personal relationship or a professional relationship, it is important that you have to give the other person choices. You have to give freedom to the other person so that he or she can understand better and move on, because if you are giving numbers or if you're giving percentages, then it's not a relationship, then it's business.
I agree with that. So it's been very true, the words which you have said, that when we bring expectations in the relation of love or the name of love, it becomes quite difficult to understand that, because when you have expectations, how we expect, okay, when there are expectation, it is not love, it is like demand somewhere. When you demand something or expect something for someone, you cannot love them. We do this with, it is more of a professional kind of relation instead of being more personal. and it cannot be empowered by, for example, if I will say that there is a relation between husband or wife, okay, so there will be expectations to a certain level, but beyond that, if you start expecting that, person is going to stay here 24/7 in front of you and will not be able to do other activities, other things to serve the family, then it will be a different kind of expect as well. Great. So nicely explained that. So the kind of requirement and the word which it say itself is a love, and it is more of, when we talk about these things, this becomes more kind of, something which is very close to the heart of everybody when we talk about love in relations. So let's come to the next point when we say that, how we can increase this, how we can increase love. If I am picking up love right now, then I will just be asking questions one or two about love only. How we can increase the quantity of love in relations, or personal or professional, whatever it will. What is the mantra we have for that?
First of all, I would say that, as I said, you should not have any expectation. And second, you have to give other person space, not be all over the person. Because if you are in any kind of relationship, whether it's personal or professional, if you give other person space, if you give other person trust, in any relationship, trust, honesty, authenticity are very important. So if you have the
Right.
three ingredients, if you have these three ingredients, you will consistently grow love. Because in India, if you see, coming from India, if we are talking about, there are love marriages and arranged marriages, right? Gone are the days when people are thinking or moving forward for arranged marriages. More and more people are going for love marriages. But in the past, if you see, the relationships were much more stable and stronger because it was developing over a consistent period of time. So if we learn from those things, if we see the experiences, I can just say we just have to give any relationship a time. Time period works well, honesty, and of course you have to be authentic without any expectation, because if you have expectations and the expectations don't meet, then there's a lag between what you were expecting and what is the actual thing. So just in any relationship, you have to give time so that it evolves and develops with passage of time.
True. I really, I'm totally agree with you. The kind of explanation which has been given to this answer. So most of the time, what I understand that love is more of, creating each other. It's not, not damaging. It's like create each other. When we fall in love with somebody, even if with our, kids, or with our life partner, or with our, friends, I think the motive is to create something different. If, for example, my daughter is there, she is 6 years as of now. And when I say that I love her, or there is a love between us, I always think about that, how I can, create her a better version, what she is right now, what all she can learn from it, what she can, understand, how better or easily she can understand the things, even if I am there or not there. The way I have created some books on the Amazon, or these, there was a book which was written of Hindi poems, which contain, a poem about her as well. So it was dedicated to that concept only. It is all we do. When we do, you do extraordinary things in love. You do something which you cannot even think about it, yet you can do. Even if it is, and if these are the things which are between, a relation, this is the actually, I believe, that called love is. Right, Dr. Bakshi?
Very true, very true. Very rightly said.
Great. Okay, so let's understand that we see many people, those who are behind light, or in the dark, or in some thoughts wherein they think that, the life is over, nothing has left. How? And first of all, I want you to hear it from you, for our viewers. What is light? When you say word light, what comes into your mind for the viewers?
For me, light is something divine that you are able to see properly. That's how I look at it. Because when it's dark, you are struggling to see the things. But when it's light, you're able to see it better. So it's giving more visibility, giving more making it more realistic, that you can actually see with your eyes open. You are not struggling. You are not guessing. It is real. It is there for you. So light is being real, living in real terms, real world, and analyzing and seeing it better.
Right. Okay, so I will just add to that. What me light is. When I think about light, the thing which comes into my mind is light is when you are able to see yourself in the dark even. That is when you are into the light. When you are able to see the path which nobody have ever told you, or nobody is going to show you. Even you can't see that, but still you are able to clear that path for you in future because of the light inside you. Light is more of a knowledge. When you get some knowledge about something, it brings uh, light inside you. Your path gets glow with that knowledge. When we are not, we don't know anything to read, or when you don't know how to read or something, so you will not be able to read a book which is which has given a lot many things about the world as well. So when you know learnings, or when you know how to read, that is a kind of light to you as well as a human. I believe that post love, the light is another most important part in our life which has to be there. A person who is in dark, and then you are showing them some path, okay, uh, like they are stuck somewhere in their life and they want to come to a path or come to a level, and when you help them, bringing them to a level wherein they always wanted to, but they can't come to that path because they can't see, and you are the light for them.
Mhm.
Right, Dr.
See,
Bakshi?
it's exactly what I was trying to tell you in a relationship. When we say light, that means everything is transparent. You can see properly. And that's what we always say in relationship. You should never keep people in dark. So there also the light and dark thing comes into action. Because if you are keeping other person is dark, that means you're hiding something from him or her. And when there is light, there is transparency, there is authenticity, again there is honesty, and you're able to see things better. Very well said by you. You see yourself, and then you see the other person also. Only when you see yourself well, only when you are at peace with yourself, you are able to lead other person, or you are able to justify other person's actions or whatever he or she is expecting in any relationship. So it's like a two-way thing. You can't be just all the time thinking or giving. It's like a two-way process. Again, once you're at peace with yourself, with the light that you're carrying with you, you're able to lead other person as well, and then the love grows and it evolves. That's how I think.
This reminds me few of my articles. And there was an article which I have written long time back. I think the first few articles were there 2 years back. Immune system of personality.
Mm-hmm.
So how I'm able to relate it with the light is, you know, uh, the people, those who keep coming in your life and you keep getting some energy from them. End of the day, that becomes a, torch for you, a light for you to create your own path in your life. We learn everything. Today I'm sitting with you, even I'm talking to Anju ji, and then I'm talking to Dr. Ruby, and there are different things which I'm learning, and still I always say that you're always a learner, and I don't feel hesitated telling this to the world that I'm always learning from everybody, even if it is my daughter, 6 year old, even if it is with you, if it is anybody, it can be. And that is what a person has to understand, that they know what is light, but from where to get it. Till the time you will not pick up that matchbox and do like letting the torch, or then how you will get the light in your life? You have to put some effort in that. You need to start getting into your life, and then how you can create something, your pathway forward clear to yourself as well. Great. So just one more question about it. How you can increase this, how you can bring more of light in your life. If you can tell us, our viewers, what are the ways they can do something like that? What are the activities which they can do? What are the rituals they should follow in their life to bring more light and light in their life? So say something about it, that they should pick up your given points, and that can turn their life darkness into a light.
Very true, very true. You
And you are
already
an
gave
emotional
such beautiful
intelligence
things.
expert. You
No,
are
no,
an
you already
emotional
gave,
intelligence.
Ravinderji, you already said such beautiful words with your book that you have written. You know, all those things are very pertinent, especially in today's world. You know, when during COVID, when everyone is going through a phase that, you know, you're confused, you're stressed, you're angry, you know, so many emotions are going on. So I come back to emotional intelligence. You know, it's very important, especially when you are in crisis, when everyone is happy, when you have a stomach filled, you know, you are happy, there's no hunger, everyone is smiling. It's only during crisis, when you are having limited resources, you are not having, you know, enough resources for everyone. If there are just 4 breads and there are 6 people in the house, okay, so the 4 breads will be not sufficient for everyone. And it's during crisis you need to be little bit more resilient, that, you know, you are able to help other people, you're able to understand them, empathize with them, because only when you empathize with the people who are around you, you feel at peace, you feel comfortable, and that
True.
increases your mission, that increases your vision in life, and you'll become more positive person. But if you're surrounded by people who are always negative, or always pessimistic, oh my god, it's not happening, oh it's so bad, or they are disappointed, you know, then things start going down. So it's very important to increase more and more positivity in your life. It is important that you need to practice emotional intelligence. You need to be more mindful, live in the moment. Don't think we will do it tomorrow, we will do it day after, or while sitting you are on your phone, or you are on your WhatsApp, or you're doing other things. It's okay for sometimes if it's really really urgent, but if you're constantly doing it, you will not be happy, because you're neither able to do this nor able to do that, right? So it's very important that you need to practice mindfulness as well. Live in the moment where you are. So if you're spending time with your daughter, give your 100% to her, not that she's reading a book and you are on your phone, very good, and then you're again on the phone. That's not happening, you know, that's not positivity, because your daughter is looking at you and taking life lessons from you. You are her role model, so she's seeing you, okay, papa was on phone, so tomorrow when you grow older, she will be on phone and you'll say, listen to me, and she's like, yeah dad, it's okay, it's okay, and she will be on phone, or she'll be doing something which you will not like. So it's very important to be positive, lead by examples, think what you're doing yourself, keep on practicing it. The more you practice, the more you evolve. As you said, we are all learners. You know, it's not that I have degrees, I become a doctor, I don't need to learn. I'm still learning. I'm learning new things from my children, from my husband, from my parents, you know, parents who are older and children who are younger. But we are learning from everyone. So there's no age limit, or there's no restriction that you can't learn anything anymore. So that's how the positivity increases, because your mind is open. The more you open your mind, the more you evolve as a person, the more you adapt, take from the situation that is there, and more you will adapt and grow as a person.
True. Great, Dr. Ruby. And to my viewers, you are with RV 2am Coffee with RV. And by the grace of God, we have Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi today. And there is Anju Kumari ji also. And she's another superwoman, but has not been introduced well in this program as of now.
Okay,
And I don't see that in India she need some words to be detailed. क्या कहते हैं उसको introduce करने का, we don't need to do that. She is a very well known personality, and the way she is sitting here, she helped us out, and I'm very thankful to you, Anjuji, the way you have taken that step ahead and giving us Zoom link. Even I was thinking about it, and I thought that maybe there is a technical problem that will get solved. But thank you so much, and so kind of you, and so nice of you. And being a very huge personality, you are just sitting quite there, and I'm just surprised. And to be, it is a grace of God that you are with us today. And definitely don't worry that one day I'm going to take your interview as well. Don't worry, you are not far behind. And there will be another session with us. Great. So let's hear it from you as well. You want to say something about love, light, and positivity, Anjuji? 2 minutes at least, please. Okay, just give us some words.
okay. To me, love, light, and positivity, everything converges towards my spirituality. So, I would like to say I would see love in the form of how I love my Vaheguruji. Light comes from there, positivity comes from there. And when I look at anyone in terms of love, it's all connected there. Everything converges. So, I'll give a very small example. Uh, During my some counseling session of relationship, somebody said that, I am not quite doing well with my spouse, and so I don't want to be with him. So, I said, why is it like that? Because he treated me. I said, see, even if you talk about God, God gives you those bad days and good days. You don't leave God. You never leave God. You still start having faith and trust. Why do you, with few bad days with your spouse, you think of separating out instead of trying it out? So when you think love, light, and positivity in terms of your spiritual or your higher self, where you are connected, all the questions get answered. If I am not leaving God, my trust, my faith, my surrender is everything there. Love flows flawlessly. There is no imperfection in that kind of a love. And that's what light and positivity is all about. So, we as a human, we have our own limited boundaries when we talk about love and all this. I think it is all very different the way we compare. Rather, it has to be love beyond love to be in real love. Then we can say that, oh, there could be valleys and mountains in any kind of relationships. But if you have gone beyond all these things, probably you are well connected with your spiritual guru, and then you consider everyone's love and relationship on similar terms. And then, trust, respect, understanding, everything will happen automatically. So that's my bit about it,
Great. Thank you so much, Anjuji. And I just want to share one, thing which is surprising. The understanding and the concept which we have for love, light, and positivity as a Ravinder, as a Dr. Ruby, and as a Anjuji, it was all different. But end of the day, it ends up trusting in God, trusting in yourself. If you want to bring love and light and positivity in your life, first of all, you need to pick up yourself. And this is how we said that. Dr. Ruby, we discussed in around 8 o'clock when we were discussing 8 p.m. about that. There are different religions. I know somebody is Hindu, Sikh, or Muslim, but end of the day, everybody is moving towards God. Aim is to reach God. Aim is to get the love, light, and positivity, which is for everybody. You come from first way or second way or third way. It is going to be there end of the day. Okay, let's talk about positivity. A positive attitude helps you cope more easily with the daily affairs of life. Okay, it brings optimism in your life and makes it easier to avoid worries and negative thinking. If you adopt it as a way of life, it would bring more constructive changes into your life and makes them happier, brighter, and more successful. Dr. Ruby, what do you want to say about positivity? How this will impact you, how you can bring it in your life, what changes this can do to you, what miracles this positivity can do?
Well, you just said miracle. Positivity and miracle, they go hand in hand. They are directly proportional. So if you are positive, of course, you can bring about any kind of change. Any kind of situation can change by being completely hopeless to looking completely hopeful. So it's very important, first, again, going back, believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, you can change any situation. You can bring about a change. You can bring about whatever things that you're looking for are not working well. They can change because of your positive attitude. And as I said in the past, if you are negative, every situation looks negative. Even if it's completely fine, it starts taking shape of something which is not okay. But if you're a positive person, even a hopeless situation will start working out because you're like, I will do it. It's okay. Let's keep going. It's okay. Let's keep going. So it will always help a person, because if he or she is at peace with the inner light, as Anjuji just mentioned, like if you're at peace, whether you take it in the name of God, whether you're a spiritual person, you're comfortable with the light within, or you're a person who's very practical. You think you're a believer in science. Even at that point of time, if you just are happy and you have all the facts that it takes for a particular task to be done, you will work it out. And that's why there's always that tussle between science and spiritualism. So sometimes where we have to be spiritual, we turn to God. We start thinking, oh God, I hope it just goes away, it's fine. And some places where you have to be more practical, so you take the help of science. And that's what is positivity. We have to keep on, as a man, as a social animal, you have to keep on going, not give up. Keep on going, whatever it takes you, whatever way you can find the tunnel, whatever way you can find the light on the other side of the tunnel. Keep working for it. Don't give up. Because if you give up, then you're not positive. But if you are struggling, if you are consistent, that means you believe that it is possible and you are constantly working to make it a success. This is my take.
Okay. This raised another question in my mind, which I was thinking, that we meet as a life coaches and as a motivational speaker or author or whatever. We meet many people in our life, those who are too much tired of exhausted, facing negativity in their life every time. They face many incidents one by one. They are deep into negativity or deep into a stage wherein they think that their life is finished and there is nothing more left. So how, or what do you want to say, or what do you want to tell them what they should do to come into the positivity or light? Dr. Ruby.
See, as I just said, if you are a positive person, okay, sometimes there's always a doubt, like if you are doing everything correctly, if you're doing everything fine, and then things are not working well for you. So you're like, why is it me? You start questioning God. It's at that point of time when things don't go well with you as a person who is a believer of God, who is doing all the good things, but still you are struggling, or still you're having all the bad things happening. So you start thinking, why me? I'm practicing all the good things. I have been a believer of God. I have never done wrong to anyone. So why is God doing wrong to me? There are times, I'm sure all of you have seen this. All of you have been through such situations where everything is okay, but still things are not working out in your positive way or in your side. So it's important, make sure whatever things you have in mind, keep on working on it on a consistent manner. Keep on, whatever it takes, whether you practice yoga, whether writing, like you just said, Ravinderji, that you write books. So if you write stuff, whatever gives you peace, whatever makes you comfortable with your inner self, you need to do that, so that you consistently evolve as a person. It's not one day process that you eat a magic pill and it will do the magic. You will change from A to B. You have to be working on it on a consistent level.
Great. Love, light, and positivity.
Yeah.
Therefore, when you're offering someone love, light, and positivity, you are offering the ideal energy of the universe and wisdom. Last note from my side, on that energetic closer note, I'm sending everyone love, light, and positivity. May you grow stronger each day. Reflect, stay blessed. Critical times in our life make us stronger, wiser, and more loving. As more kindness is paid forward and we allow more light in. And love, well, that is easy. Love yourself, love others, live life in purpose one day at a time. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby and Anjuji, for being here. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby Bakshi Kurdi, again. It's a great pleasure, and we are honored by this. We are so much thankful to you that you have kept so much patience and connected with us, and then we shifted to. So you have broken the record of RIM as well. RIM was 3 times, you were 4 times, and then on Zoom.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, and pleasure knowing you and doing this show with you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much. And we are going to call you again also, don't worry.
All right, take care. Bye.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Take care.